Hey everyone, it's Xant. The new content banners have dropped, so here we are yet again. We got ourselves another solo standard week, coming hot on the trail of the Estrella Type F solo standard, and frankly I'm a little worried that all standards will become single suits going forward, so that there's more suits to filter into the limiteds like festivals and sokais and whatnot, but we'll have to wait until we get there to be sure. Do remember that as of the December update, all standard pilots and suits take 4 weeks after their banners to be added to the 4-star exchange shops, which means I can now finally get the Aritu Amatu. Silver lining in all this. And I'm sorry I repeat this at the beginning of every video, but I still see people asking about it. Anyways, enough dawdling. Starting off today is our gacha suit, the Full Armor 7th Gundam. Originally appearing in Missing Mobile Suit Variations, or MMSV, it was also put into the PS3 game Battlefield Record UC0081 and received a redesign for that game. If you remember a couple of weeks ago where I discussed the Full Armor Gundam, this is actually the final result of that abandoned project. The base suit is the 7th RX-78, and the original Gundam is the RX-78-2. And this one is RX-78-7. Anyways, it was all created under the Project V umbrella. This suit, however, was updated to be able to use the optional packs, one of which being the aforementioned full armor system. So here we are. It overcomes the Full Armor Gundam's weakness of being too bulky and unwieldy by adding more sub-generators and propellant tanks, while also having its purpose changed from defense to offense. Honestly, it looks pretty slick. As for weapons, it's pretty straightforward. It has a Vulcan turret set, 2 beam sabers, a long-range beam cannon, that's the weapon you see on the shoulder, a beam rifle, a shield, a hyper bazooka, a twin beam spray gun. Now these are interesting, these are mounted on the arms, it has like mounting points for them, but instead of beam spray guns, it can also have twin grenade launchers. It has 4 micro missiles, 2 quadruple missile pods, and 2 triple missile pods. I wonder if calling it full armor is even on theme anymore, or if it should have been renamed like Full Door Knocker or something similar. Our welfare this week is the Gundam Gerbera, the predecessor to the Gerbera Tetra, which we got in an event, practically at launch, and it mainly appears in the PS2 game Encounters in Space and the lesser-known game series Gairen's Greed, that spans from the Sega Saturn to the PSP. A prototype suit designed for high-speed assault, the Federation built this after being struck often by Zeon, using that very tactic. Learning from your enemies isn't shameful, but losing in the same way repeatedly is. Now, the Federation realized a touch late that the Gundam Zephyranthis did the same job, but better, so terminated the Gerbera project, but only after a basic frame had been already built. This unfinished frame was what ended up being turned into the Gerbera Tetra. I guess that means the Gerbera was never truly, like, a thing. It never really existed outside of, like, a paper concept design. Is that why the event title is The Phantom Project? Or is that a play on words with it being top secret and a high-speed assault suit? Now, as for weapons, the Gerbera shares a lot of weapons with the Zephyranthis because they were kind of being built at the same time, and it's, I guess, just the way that they decided to go about equipping it. But it has 2 beam sabers, a long-range rifle, which is a prototype of the Zephyranthis beam rifle, a custom beam rifle made specifically for the Gerbera, a custom shield made for the Gerbera, a XBR beam rifle, which is the same beam rifle the Zephyranthis used, and a shield, which is based off the Zephyranthis shield, but has some minor aesthetic changes. Beyond that, it obviously has the large backpack, the Storm Booster, and that's how it achieved its really high speeds and kind of the entire core of the project, more or less. I do like my prototype suits, so I'm glad that this is a welfare. Now, onto our pilots. I'm just going to skip Char, because I've talked about him enough already. Not as much as Zax, mind you. Our final pilot, and last addition this week, is the Maganak Corps leader, Rasid Kurama, coming from Gundam Wing. Advisor to Quattro Winner, he is part tactician and part combatant, as he actually has his own custom mobile suit, though that's probably a given being that he's a leader of a faction and all. And that's all there is about him. 3 cheers for not a main character in an older series syndrome, I guess. Yay! And with that, we're done this week's wrap-up. Before I go though, I'm curious, how do you guys feel about the Hashmal fight coming soon? Remember, the maintenance to get it added in is happening at patch time, so my normal impressions video is going to be delayed quite a bit, because the maintenance is slated to end at 2 AM my time zone. So I'll stay up to see if that's legit, or if it's going to get delayed, and I'll play that stream by ear. Anyways, on that note, I'll see you guys in a few days for said stream. Peace.